Hey, this is Wes. Here's my speech. Here's my note card. And then here's my audience. So, yeah, let's go. So, the Wild West, the great castles of the past, the highs and lows of the future with technology and rockets, and of course, the wild jungle. These are all ideas that Walt Disney wanted to put into his theme park. And to a point, he did it successfully with each. Specifically, the jungle section. In this section, there's a ride called the Jungle Cruise, and Walt Disney wanted to make something based on real life, and so he decided to design the Jungle Cruise. Now, originally, according to an Imagineer, Vanessa Hunt, he wanted to use real life animals. Of course, they couldn't do that because that would be super expensive, and it would be all sorts of animals in a bad area. And so, obviously, that idea was scrapped. So he decided to settle for the next best thing, which was animatronics, designed by one of the greatest movie prop designers of all time at the time, who had done work on stuff like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So he ended up building that, and people really loved it initially. It was a big hit. It was, in fact, one of the only rides that worked on opening day the whole day. So, yeah, originally, like I said, it was supposed to be like real life. It was supposed to be like a real sort of jungle cruise, and it was supposed to be basically like a safari tour. So, because it was based on the documentaries done at the time by Disney called Real Life Adventures. And so the tour was actually kind of somewhat boring, because the tour guide would just kind of point out the animals and give like actual facts about the actual animals, even though they weren't the actual animals. So eventually things started to change for better or for worse in a lot of ways. First of all, obviously, the skippers became a lot funnier, and that is one of the favorite parts with the fans these days, is the fact that it's a hilarious ride to go on. These skippers are quippy and hilarious and have these silly little puns, and people just love them. And there have been other like minor changes. Like originally in the ride, there were these animatronic monkeys, and they were all on like some sort of string pulley system that wasn't seen, and so they all moved in sync. But that was taken out because it was too difficult to maintain. But one of the main things that has been taken out, especially more recently, is this racist sort of view on Africans, Native Africans at the time, where in the tour, these like, they called them savages, would like start throwing spears and attack the crew, and you could even see them like celebrating because they're about to eat you. So that was super racist and super wrong. And so what they said was, an Imagineer called Carmen Smith said that it is very important to reflect on the past and change for the better. And so she ended up, so Disney ended up removing those sections. And yeah, so those sections are no longer there for the better. And so the Jungle Cruise is a fantastic ride at Disney, and it has a lot of history behind it, a lot of interesting history, and it's exciting to see what this ride could become in the future. So.
Woo!